start ladies first, all right? So, in terms of the setup, like we said, Jen, we're creating a nice lowercase y in both of these cases, okay? Because the first swings you're making were very, very good. The issue of the swing we had before was a little bit kind of flat-footed, not really sort of moving much with the body there. Just a bit of a swipe of the arms and the board sort of just shooting on the ground there. You could hit some reasonable shots doing that, but it would limit your power and the speed in which you can create. So the ball wouldn't be going that far really in terms of efficiency really. And you have to put more effort into the shot to get it going somewhere. So this one here on the middle of the two. Again, same good setup. Same backswing really, but as we start swinging through here now, we can see a bit more twist with the torso. Getting your left hip out of the way, that's the key thing. I think you were trying to think about your feet doing it.
Yeah, I was.
The feet are kind of sort of an afterthought of what the hips do. The hips move.
Yeah.
Okay, the cause comes from the left hip. The effect is your right foot will start doing this. Yeah.
Okay.
If you try and kick your right foot, this hip can stay still. This foot can move. And
I felt as if I did that.
You're trying to, And the thing is, and sometimes people they haven't tried too hard. They try to do it too much, and they've seen people with their right foot up on the toe like that, and go, they try to make that move. If I just stand here and just pull that left foot back, it's very unnatural to keep that left foot on the ground. I'm hurting myself really. So that left hip going back is going to help that right foot just twist around the corner. Okay, and again, like I said, that movement you can practice at home there. Just get the feeling of how this body moves in this way. It'll just become more and more natural. Okay, so this was your setup then, Nick. We said shoulders a little bit level. I want to try to always start with this sort of feet together position. Okay, club down on the ground there. Trying to create a sort of extended line there from your left shoulder, and then your right hand now drops. I know there's a bit of a tilt there in your shoulders slightly. As we go into the setup, it sort of stays there a little bit. I'd say there's a little bit more tilt there, but you can see you kind of want that's kind of what you want to do. That's kind of your instinct, I guess, or your sort of MO, should we say, in terms of getting a little bit leveled off with the shoulders. But the feeling again in terms of the swing, previously, couldn't really twist with the board that much, okay? Trying to get into a nice good sort of twist position, we were saying to Jen there. So as you swing the golf club back and through now, we're getting more of a swing. So if we look at it from this half, there's more of a swing. The only thing I'm going to be concerned about in terms of a health issue is if you're making that much rotation with your top half, but the top half, the bottom half's not really moving. And I think it's very kind of static on the feet, partly because of that posture that we discussed, and because of that movement there with the body's not really something you're quite used to, okay? So it's just loosening up the movement, allowing the body to move. We never really want to kind of focus on keeping things still, keeping things down, keeping things from moving, The golf swing is a full body movement. Everything's moving from the ground up to your head, So don't try and resist against that. Let momentum kind of carry you through, and as I said to Jen, they get that left hip moving out the way. And again, as you said, when you saw me make it look so easy, done it for 37 years, so it's kind of what I do now. I can do it, obviously done it for years and years and years. I'm not saying it takes 37 years to get there, but at the same time, if you did it every day, even for a couple of minutes, as daft as it may sound, people sort of find themselves doing it in the office now, or doing it at home when the kettle's on, they just stand there and just start moving this way. The more your body gets used to doing this, it doesn't have to think about how it feels to do it. Like driving a car, when you first learn to drive a car, you've got to think all these things, gear change, like clutch down, change gear, mirror, do all the... Now when you drive, you do everything, then you don't have to think about the movement, it's just, that's what you do, So if we can repeat it as often as we can, and this is why I say to a lot of people, even if you can't get to driving range that much, and some people find the range a bit boring maybe, some people do love it, some people don't, some people find it intimidating. You go there and guys are whacking 300 yards, you're like, oh, okay, it's not the most fun time you're going to have. So if you can do stuff at home like this, 2 or 3 minutes a day, every day doing that, won't take a lot of time. You'll find yourself standing around doing things in the house anywhere, at work or whatever it may be. You can just kill time for 2 seconds, just get that moving. The more you can do that, for both of you in this case, the more you'll become aware of how the lower half works, And then once that happens, once the engine, shall we say, is working, then you can start focusing on actually hitting the golf ball, At the moment now, you said you think about your foot, you get a bit snatched, you didn't quite synced with a golf ball. You want to be focusing on that golf ball to be hitting how your arms and hands hit the golf ball, not what your legs and hips are doing. So if you can get that movement in, so it becomes more natural.
Automate it.
Exactly. Just repeating over and over again to a point where you just think, okay, that's what I do. Certainly there's more movement with both your golf swings. It's just now getting used to where that swing is and then learning where the ball is again. Once you can focus back on the ball. At the moment now, you're kind of focusing on the feet, the hips, and that chest for yourself, Nick, turning through, Once that's become a bit of an afterthought, you can then just carry on working with the golf ball, Make sense?
It does.
Excellent, good stuff.